The day I stopped waiting to learn English. For years, Maria lived in the Fluent-Then trap. Every day, she dreamed of speaking English confidently, but her dreams were trapped behind an invisible glass wall. When I know every grammar rule, then I'll try to speak to a native. When I have the perfect accent, then I'll apply for that international job. When I understand every word in a movie, then I'll stop using subtitles. Each thought was like a promise she made to herself, but never fulfilled. She treated English like a museum exhibit, something beautiful to admire but too fragile to touch. Her textbooks were pristine, her apps perfectly organized, and her notes meticulously written. She spent hours planning her study schedule, yet every plan ended with her thinking, "I'll start tomorrow." The breaking point. It happened in the middle of an ordinary afternoon at a cozy coffee shop. A traveler, maps and questions in hand, approached her, asking for simple directions. Maria felt her heart race. She knew the answer. The words hovered in her mind like ghosts, ready to come out, but a tight knot of fear stopped them. She stayed frozen, silent, as the traveler smiled politely and walked away. The emptiness she felt wasn't just disappointment, it was the crushing weight of wasted opportunity. For the first time, she realized she wasn't waiting to learn English, she was waiting for perfection. And perfection, she saw clearly now, was the enemy of progress. She glanced at her untouched English books on the shelf, their spines unbroken, pages crisp and white, waiting for a day that would never come. The shift. That night, Maria didn't wake up fluent, and the words didn't suddenly flow like a river. But she did something much braver, she gave herself permission to be imperfect. She stopped chasing perfect and started chasing present. She whispered to herself, "A broken sentence spoken out loud is worth more than a perfect sentence trapped in my mind." She embraced what she called the language noise, the messy, musical chaos of real communication. Subtitles were turned off. She listened, guessed meanings, laughed at misunderstandings, and let herself be wrong without shame. For the first time, learning English felt alive, messy, and exhilarating. She replaced Sunday with today. She booked a conversation practice for the next morning, not because she felt ready, but because she refused to wait in the silent lobby of her own mind any longer. The result. By the time she went to bed, Maria was not fluent. Her sentences stumbled, words tumbled over each other, and her accent was far from perfect. But she was a speaker. She had stepped out of the classroom of her mind and into the living world. She had traded fear for courage, perfection for presence, and hesitation for action. Maria finally stopped waiting for the language to come to her, she went out to meet it, heart first. And in that small but monumental act, she discovered the secret that every successful language learner knows: fluency isn't a destination, it's a journey, and the journey begins the moment you dare to speak.